Welcome to Racer X Films, New England Regional Championship coverage here in Winchester. I'm Kevin Kelly alongside Travis here. We're going to get things started, man. This whole film, we got to say thanks to our sponsors. Who do we got helping us out?
For sure. We got Planet Fitness, we got Amsoil Racing, and Factory Connection, the big sponsors on this one. Heading out to check out some of the 125 Youth B action. First, tell me a little bit. First race, your first time here. What do you think so far?
Yeah, I've never been above Chattanooga, man. I'm a long way from home, and we're way up at the tip top here of the Northeast, and it's where all the big states converge. You got Maryland, you got Connecticut, you got PA, you got Jersey, you got New York, New Hampshire, of course, Rhode Island, all the states here, all the big players. There's no big amateur event like this, and this is what this is all about. Well over 1,000 riders here hitting the Winchester course. So, man, let's have a look at some of these motos. You down, Travis?
Let's do it. Let's head to 125 Youth B action right off.
Here we go, 125 Youth B. We're going to have a look at Bergeron there. All the riders kind of going through the motions there. Hole shot going to go to McPhee, but and then Shara almost goes down there, loads that front end. Tricky little sandy track here. There's your leader, number 214 on that Suzuki. Who's that guy, Travis?
That's McPhee. He's trying to pull away right now. Bergeron right behind him. That's the number 250.
Tricky track here. This Winchester track loaded up with sand here, as you would expect in the New England area there. There's McPhee on the Suzuki. Bergeron really starting to work on him now. He's like a surgeon, and look at that. A surgeon. I just made a word up there. McPhee having some problems there. The big look back, big technical trick there on the Kawasaki rider. He's looking around. He's all alone.
There's Chris Shara whipping it out.
Shara with a good ride there. Kawasaki rider there in that number 3 spot. We're going to have a look at division number 2. There's so many of these guys, we had to lop them into 2. Ashley Filick in this division on a 2-stroke. There's a look at Ashley right there in the middle of your screen, number 67 on the Honda 2-stroke.
Getting pushed out wide, but the whole shot would go to that number 13 ride, Carr.
There you go. Kenny Carr starting to pull out. But rider number 619 on the Honda going to come into the frame here in just a bit.
Oh, definitely was putting the pressure on early in that moto, but it looked like towards the end might have faded out, might have started making some mistakes. The closest he would come to Carr would be right here.
Yeah, that's number 619. That's Rummel through the new sand section there, the big whoop section. He's really starting to put the pressure on, but nothing doing. Carr able to open it back up just a bit. He was a little stronger in this part of the track.
And that will finish it up. Carr will take the win.
Rummel back there on the Honda. There's a look at Ashley Filick. We sat down, had a couple of words with her. Let's hear what Ashley had to say about riding here at Winchester.
What's up? My name's Ashley Filick. I'm here in New Hampshire for the New Hampshire Regional race. Track's really awesome. It's really a lot of fun. Yeah, I ride with the boys a lot since I was little because it's really good training for me. When I ride with the boys, it's not really intimidating. They respect me, I respect them, and we just ride and I try to get better. Oh, the track is really, really fun here in New Hampshire. It's just like a pro track. It's really rough and sandy. I rode the 125B class and I had a few problems with the bike early on, but ended up had fun in it. Kept chasing the whole moto. It was a lot of fun. Women's class, I got the whole shot and then just continued to ride hard and won that moto.
I'll tell you what, having Ashley Filick here, it legitimizes this event. She's riding with the boys, she's riding with the girls. She just turned pro at the WMA stuff. Ashley is one bad rider. For
sure. It's always great to have her come out here, and that's why we have such a great promoter like Ziggy, Rick Ziefelder from Factory Connection. He really hooks us up with we even had Travis Preston out here riding today. It's just great having her here for sure.
Well, you got it. Let's take a look at some more motos. We're going to take a look at the Super Mini Moto, and that's where we hadn't quite got them together yet. There's so many guys we had to have qualifiers in that Super Mini Moto and the 250A. There you're going to see guys like John Dowd, Keith Johnson, Treadwell, Billy Ainsworth. Who else we got in the mix there? I believe
Doobie went out and won them.
Robbie Marshall's in the mix there. So a lot of players in that 250A class. That Super Mini class is going to be awesome when we finally get Ducatis, Desidero, Catanzaro in the mix there. So a lot of bad dudes in that Super Mini class. 250A class, like a little national out here.
Day one, it's definitely a lot of splitting them up, trying to get qualifiers done. Let's check out Super Mini.
Super Mini 12 to 15. Let's have a look at number 57, Nick Desidero. Try to spell that. I bet you can't. He's on the number 57. Suzuki there got the red gear. He's one of Cole's hired guns coming up to Winchester trying to pull down some titles, Travis.
He's riding the big bike today, too. We're not showing that, but, he's going really good.
There's a look at rider number 83, Chris Corey. He's got 2 first names, so we're going to have a talk with his mom, see if we can't fix that. It's going to be hard to put that on his pants. Do you put Chris or do you put Corey, even though Corey is his last name? Corey coming under fire there by the number 30 Kawasaki of AJ Catanzaro. Now remember this, AJ had a horrible start coming from way outside of the last moto. He wasn't even in this moto, came from way back out of the last moto, came all the way into this moto. That's how fast and how far he came from.
Definitely, this was the last lap charge for 3rd place that would, end up, trying to get him into a position where he can actually fight for a title at the end of this weekend.
Yeah, that's right. We're splitting these guys up into 2 classes, and there's your class winner in the 2nd moto. We're having a look at number 3, Jim Dakotas, on the number 3 Yamaha. The kid was all alone, checked out from staging. I mean, he had a 20-second lead in staging. That's how big this kid's lead is. That's how bad he is. He's going to meet up with Nick Desidero and hopefully AJ Catanzaro if they can put together some more motos. When we put these 2 groups together in the Super Mini 12 to 15 in that 3rd moto, that's when the sparks will fly. All right, here we go, 258. This is what the crowd was here for. A big lineup of guys out there. Keith Johnson, you got John Dowd, you have Ainsworth, you have number 70 Doobie, and Robbie Marshall in the mix there. That's early in the moto, and things are getting down and dirty. Keith Johnson just trying to disappear because he knows JYD is coming. They've raced together forever, and he knows how this guy works.
For sure. Johnson off a couple second finishes at Loretta's. Knows what it's like to battle with these guys trying to get away from Dowd quick. Yeah,
they raced together for a long time. There's a look at number 21, Travis Preston. Remember, his last race as a professional was at Glen Helen, finished up on the podium, so it's good to see Travis back on the bike, just cutting some laps, hanging out with the boys. There's Keith Johnson, number 6 on the Kawasaki. He's got Robbie Marshall behind him, another Supercross rider, got injured, one of his first rides back. There's Craig Doobie, number 70, on his Kawasaki, having a good ride there. But now, the action, the fence line was packed with people here. They wanted to see this battle. These guys have been battling in New England forever, and it never gets old. A good race is a good race, and John Dowd put a show on for the crowd here. And it's going to take a while to make this pass, Travis.
It took laps and laps.
He just jumped 900 feet, by the way. I walked it off. There's Dowd. He's inside, he's outside, he's in the sand. He really excels in the sand, obviously. And he's going to try to put something together right about now. He's going to finally pinch off number 6, Keith Johnson, and make that pass stick. Took him a while.
He pitched him off hard.
Well, JYD, he proves he's still got it, Travis, man. They battled all the way to the end.
For sure. It's always exciting watching him go at it with his longtime buddies like Johnson and Treadwell. Those guys came up through the ranks together and
still battling it out.
They proved that they still got what it takes to come out here and lead all these young kids,
Yeah, the crowd loves JYD. He's got his kid out here. They're just coming out here having fun. Probably made $500,000 in Suzuki contingency on the weekend. So JYD comes out here for a reason to ride about 900 classes and clean up some of this money here at Winchester. We go down and we're going to watch some of this B moto, but the lap times don't fall off that far. That B class is stacked.
As well, any amateur big national that you go to, the B classes are right up there. Like look at the B classes at Loretta's. They're pretty close to the lap times of the A riders, and you'll see that from the skill here. Let's check out 125B.
Big group of riders here, 125B Division 1. We got 2 divisions of these kids. They're going to race twice together, and then we're going to separate and put the top 40 together. And let's have a look. Who is our early race leader? It looks like it's rider number 516 with the early hole shot, and that is Torrance.
But into the picture comes Eaton right there, the number 125. He would pass him very quickly and take a commanding lead.
Yeah, but you know what? We race these things all the way to the checker flag, and the Gremlin's going to jump up and grab that Honda rider, and that'll hand off the lead to number 516. So he's got himself into a good spot going into that second moto.
Definitely, and this is what turned into be the battle for the lead was between Torrance and the 351 ride going at it. But Torrance would take it on to division number 2.
There you go. There is number 31, and this is his show right here. It's Haysha. He's on that Honda. He jumped 714 feet. We walked that one off as well. A new amateur land speed record right there for Haysha on the Honda. Again, 500 foot right there. That was an easy one.
That's for sure. Now he's going to be the one. He walked away with this one. Now he's, again, looking towards that 3rd moto where he's going to have to come in with Drew Torrance and maybe even Eaton.
Yeah, he's going to have to square up with those guys. You got your winners in this one, the winners in the other one. We put them all together, put that big 40-man gate, then we're going to work. There's rider number 423. That's Fisk, no relation to Carlton of the Boston Red Sox fame.
Fisk getting it done on that 2-stroke. Right behind him was Garage.
There is Garrison, number 57 on that Honda. He's pumped. He's talking to Wes Kane. 125 A-Class off and running. Yet another. All the big boppers in the mix here. Number 70, Craig Doobie, wasting no time, blazing up, smoking the crowd.
For sure. Right behind him was Ainsworth, DuPont. DuPont fell off pretty quick. Charbonneau right there going to try and get up. John Dowd didn't get the start he needed in this one.
Well, that makes it good for us fans, though. We'd like to see John Dowd have to work. There he is, number 16. He's got 3 guys in front of him. There's number 340, Robbie Marshall. And there is a big pass by the giant 7'5" center for for the Cleveland Cavaliers. That is Chad Charbonneau. He lives about an hour away here in, I believe, Litchfield, running the yellow gear, number 263 on that Honda. Really starting to work that bike. He's all over the back like Donnie Banks on the ATV. But look out, Robbie Marshall having some problems there. Number 340 on that Kawasaki. Just kind of getting his sea legs about him. One of his first few rides back. Marshall behind Charbonneau there.
Definitely, he just got a plate out of his wrist. He's really trying to come back from that strong, and he might be trying a little too early. He's making a few mistakes out there.
Well, there's John Dowd now, cleaning up his act, going around Marshall there. And I believe that puts him in the number 3 spot now. He's got to really go to work, try to reel in those leaders. There's a great race in front of them. Craig Doobie, though, kept it all behind him. Ainsworth, I believe, right there in that shot. That's Doobie, number 70, Ainsworth right behind him on that Kawasaki. And there's Charbonneau. Charbonneau was solid in this moto. Didn't have the great first 450 moto. There's the checker flag. Here's your winner. It's Doobie, Charbonneau, and Chuck Sun third. All right, man, with a name like Doobie, number 70, man, he blazed up, he lit him up, smoked the competition. What else can a guy like Doobie do?
He knows he can come out and smoke him. He is that young gun that's ridden a couple nationals so far. He's qualified. He's on the team with Ainsworth and Marshall, and they're definitely local heroes out here. What can I say? It's Doobie.
Well, let's pay some bills. Let's thank some sponsors.
For sure. Remember, Amsoil Racing, Planet Fitness, and Factory Connection. The big guys helping us out. Can't forget Racer X Films, Davey Coombs, Wes Williams.
Dude, let's just end that right here.
We're done. Right there. We're done.
Racer X Films, we're out.
We're done.